Hello, good morning, what's new? Welcome to another Motivational Monday, where every Monday I try to say something nice. Today I want to tell you a little bit of a story. I had a very long day yesterday. I had to be at work at 7 in the morning, which I know a lot of people do, so I have to get up about 5:30 to start getting ready. I have a half-hour drive to my work, and then from there I work 8 hours. Then I come home. It's about 3:30 or so, depending on what time I get off. And I come home and I will either lounge around, or I'll watch TV, or maybe I'll do something. I'll edit some videos. Blah 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 blah. Well, yesterday I had to work. I got off work at 3 o'clock. I got home about 3:30. I had to make a couple of stops. I needed to stop at the insurance agency. I had to pick some stuff up, get a couple of groceries. I had to come home and put on some makeup because then I had a gig to get to that started at 6:30, and then I had a second gig at 9:30. So it was just a long day. And then I finally got home about 1:30. It took me about a half hour to take off all of my makeup, wash my hair, etc., etc. So I was finally in bed about 2 o'clock. Couldn't fall asleep till about 2:30. Now, mind you, I had been up since 5:30. So I was tired. And I didn't want to disrupt my sleeping pattern because I still need to get up at 5:30 the next day to get ready to go to work at 7. So I got up at 5:30. Here's why I'm telling you this story, is that I made a conscious decision about 4 months ago that when my alarm went off, I was not going to snooze it. And let me tell you, for the first 3 weeks, maybe a month, that was the hardest thing, is having to tell myself not to snooze my alarm. My bed is so cozy. I'm sure you know that. It doesn't matter how cold it is outside, how hot it is outside, how hot it is in my house, how cold it is in my house. When you wake up in the morning and you are in that perfect position after 8 hours of basically putting yourself in a self-induced coma, the bed is never comfier than when your alarm goes off. Ugh, it's the worst. I know it. I know it is. It sucks. But I made the conscious decision that I was not going to let time control me a little bit more. I wasn't going to lie to myself and say only 5 more minutes, because I know 5 more minutes really means 15 more minutes. Or I'm not going to say 15 more minutes because I know that means a half hour, and I don't have a half hour to waste, right? So I could either start getting up earlier and allow myself to snooze, or I can get the same amount of sleep and I am not going to snooze my alarm when I get up. And it's so hard because you just want to lay there. And for the first couple of days I did. I just laid there with my eyes open. Sometimes I would grab my phone to wake me up. I want that bright light in my face in a dark room, which I don't recommend. Then I decided it wasn't really working if I was just going to lay there. That's still hitting the snooze button. I'm still not getting up. I'm still not starting my day. I'm still not doing something. So instead, when my alarm goes off, I take a deep breath and I exhale, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, right? And I have to put my feet on the ground. I have to get up, to pull the covers back and put my feet on the ground. It may take me a minute to get up. I'm old, I'm tired, I've got cats. Sometimes there's one laying on my chest, But I tell myself, okay, you have to get up. And the first 3 weeks were so hard. Probably first month. Then after that, it was a habit. And forming these habits is really important, because is it life-changing that I'm not getting that extra 15 minutes? No, it's not really, except that I feel a little bit more motivated. I don't feel as rushed in the morning. I'm not rambling to get out of the door. I'm not taking a quick shower where I'm not really scrubbing my body. I'm not having to throw together a really quick lunch or forgetting lunch and having to eat out. I've got, 5 or 10 or 15 more minutes. And so I feel a little bit more relaxed. It also allows me to feel that I've already accomplished my first thing for the day. The first thing, the hardest thing to do in the morning, the very first thing is to get out of bed And I've already accomplished that without letting my mind get to me. How's life changing? I know your bed is comfy. Give it a shot. I want to also mention just really quick, there was something that my grandmother said that I never really thought made sense. She used to say you'll never be rich if you don't make your bed in the morning. Do I think there's a correlation between the amount of money that people have and whether or not they make their bed? No. And my grandparents are not rich. I'm not rich by any means. I mean, I have like $3 in my checking account right now, so I'm not rich at all. But what she's meaning is you have a higher quality of life, a richer life, if you will, when you make your bed in the morning. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be making your bed, but whatever it is that gets you to do something that's more of a habit, more of a standard, and gives yourself determination and motivation first thing in the morning. I get up, I put my feet on the ground, and I stand up, I stretch out, oh, I feel better, Then I make my bed. But getting up and not snoozing my alarm, that could be making my bed. I feel richer because of it. I feel like my life is a little bit more grounded because I'm not snoozing. Be kind to one another.